not attempt to adjust your dial. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at your boy. It's Big Vern getting it in here on a beautiful Wednesday here in the Midwest. 34 degrees right now with a high of 60, 10% chance of rain. So if you got to get your pets out, get them out early. That way you can get them back in where it's nice and warm and it's dry. Our last segment, we talked about Damian Lillard. Unfortunately, his season comes to an end as they have found blood clots in his right calf. Check that segment out. Before then, Jimmy Biscuits. He goes back to South Beach and Bam Adebayo welcomes him home with a good old-fashioned Miami ass whooping. Make sure you check that one out. And so, from the association, we're going to talk a little college football or not. This is awful. The former University of Michigan student athletes have filed a federal lawsuit against former quarterbacks coach Matt Weiss. The university, its Board of Regents, and Keffer Development Services after Weiss was indicted last week on federal charges accusing him of hacking personal accounts of thousands of athletes across the country, stealing intimate videos and photos. This dude stealing intimate photos and videos of students. First off, Second, what kind of creeps are floating around college campuses and they're not properly vetted? I need to see Michigan's background check on this dude, because this doesn't sound like something that he tried once. This sounds like something he was comfortable with doing. The lawsuit was filed on behalf of a member of the Michigan's women's gymnastics team between 2017 and 2018, and a member of the women's soccer program 2017 to 2023. Again, I knew this dude had done this before. You don't wake up and decide to do something that elaborate, something that grand, if you didn't have any practice in doing this. You pulled this on a bunch of women athletes? What kind of dirtbag is this? This is beyond disgusting and reprehensible. Also, why isn't anybody going into depth about this? Why isn't anybody talking at length about what this guy was doing? And it just seems like I'm the only person out there talking about this. Look, crimes against women is a real thing in real time. And if you're a father and you have a daughter going off to college, you have to be fearful, because there are scumbags out there like this dude, which is just nothing but trash. Lurking, stalking. Why isn't this dude's picture run 1 million times on SportsCenter about what he done? Oh, wait a minute, allegedly, because he's only been indicted. But it's his password, it's his clearance. They have the messages, but we have to say allegedly. Give me a rap album. Give me a rap album. Give me a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. New rap album out on the streets. Benny the Butch and 38 Special. Stabbed and Shot 2. In stores now. The deluxe edition. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. The 1st of April is crazy. Throwaway Music 2, Who's Really the King, Center Stage, Brick Specials, Jesus Arms, Bad Guy, and many more. Benny the Butch and 38 Special, Stabbed and Shot 2, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Benny the Butcher. Shout out to 38 Special. I thought that the project was dope. When we last left off on the other side of the content, we got to talking about this scumbag who kept accessing women athletes' personal information, incriminating photos and videos of them in intimate moments that they had for their special somebody. And not to complicate things, the two victims from the Michigan University, they were among the thousands of victims that Weiss targeted. And because the what they call the Board of Regents and the university's policies and practices had deliberate indifference to them, that they had their privacy invaded and they were sexually harassed by this dude. This is the face of sexual harassment. This is the face of sexual deviance. And when you go to college, you're supposed to be an upright man because you have to be a leader of men. This dude was a quarterback's coach. You were a quarterback's coach. You were entrusted with the title of coach. And look what it devolved into. At this point, what did the university president know? And is the university president going to step down because of this? What did he know, he or she, and when did they know it? That's where most of this is for me. Because this dude wasn't a student, he's a 42-year-old man. And it also creates a dangerous narrative. Looking at this story, it creates a dangerous narrative that anything involved in football, whether you're a coach or a player, you're above the law. And that's one of the variables of looking at this story 30,000 feet. You're saying, wait a minute. This guy was able to operate with impunity because he's tied to the football program. And Michigan's just been one big scandal after another. Whether it's sign stealing, whether it's improper recruiting during the C-19 era, whether it's sign stealing again with Connor Stallions, and all of these guys are being repeated offenders, and even people fled to the NFL to evade justice. We talked about that at length on our channel. And now you've got this guy. He was in the mix. Now it's going to be false, and I would say it's going to be a bad faith argument for me to try and lay this all at Jim Harbaugh's feet. I can't do that because that would be wrong, and that would be putting a jacket on somebody who had nothing to do with this. However, one of the incidents ran from 2017 to 2023. That would have been inside the Harbaugh era. And that is one of the things that nobody is saying. So you look at sign stealing, that's a low bar. That's a really low bar if you're looking at sign stealing compared to what this dude was doing. And if you had knowledge of this, why didn't you report it? Sherrone Moore was the offensive coordinator. You saw this dude every day. You all worked together because, again, one of the plaintiffs, they're alleging that this went on from 2017 to 2023. That would have been the same time that you were in the same proximity as this guy. Matt Weiss is the scum of the earth. The federal count on this man was in Detroit on Monday, and he entered a plea of not guilty. Prosecutors alleged between 2015 and January of 2023, Weiss hacked student athletes' databases of more than 100 colleges that are maintained by a third-party vendor, the Pennsylvania-based Kiefer Development Services. Once he gained access to the database, Weiss allegedly downloaded personally identifiable information, and medical data of more than 15,000 athletes. This is a different kind of monster here. And this has huge arms with a lot of tentacles. It's almost like, I want to liken it to the Iran-Contra hearings. Because, yeah, you shouldn't have been downloading anything about women and then sexually harassing them. That was a low dirtbag move. But you had access to thousands of athletes' medical records. You had access to all of this information. Was this information shared with the football team? I don't know. I don't know. And it's not conspiratorial. It's in the realm of possibility. Because this dude worked with those guys. And it's starting to look bad when people start to connect the dots. Again, Connor Stallion sign stealing thing, that was Bush League. That was bad. But then you add on top of it the sign stealing, the sexual harassment, the illegal hacking into databases, the forcing yourself on young women who are just going to college to better themselves and to give themselves a step up in life and in society, and you do this. Matt Weiss is the scum of the earth. The article went on to say that Weiss primarily targeted female student athletes. Like that makes it any better. Like that makes it any better. Criminal records show Weiss researched and targeted these women based on their school affiliation, athletic history, and physical characteristics. His goal was to obtain private photos and videos never intended to be shared beyond their intimate partners. What a creep. What a creep. This is the face of sexual disaster. Just look at him. If you ever needed to Me Too somebody, this is him. This is a deviant. You're targeting laser-like, going after female athletes, hacking into their socials and all of their private information and photos, private things that they wanted to share between them and their special somebody. You, sir, are the scum of the earth. His ability to do so was aided by the university and the regents, both of whom permitted him to have access and use of the electronic credentials that were means of viewing and downloading personal, private, and intimate images of the plaintiffs and others similar to them. The lawsuit states the recklessness and negligence and misconduct of the regents, the university, and Kiefer in these respects enabled Weiss to target female college athletes to obtain their private sensitive information without authorization, including but not limited to all of the plaintiffs. This is disgusting. And this dude, I don't know how you come back from this. I don't know how you come back from this. And as a father of a daughter, I would be beyond livid that not only did the university allow him to keep doing this, but now he's actually targeting my daughter. He's looking at photos of my daughter and videos and sexually harassing her. This is just, oh my goodness. Michigan is falling. Michigan is falling. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at Apps.